Welcome to week number 33 of my 260 week journey to make $1 million. I'm going to do this thing in stating my finances, my work, and then some bonus content. So for finances, I am at negative $4,703.68. And that is my difference between my credit card and checkings account. I have to pay taxes pretty soon, so this is going to be the first year where I don't get a return and I'm going to have to pay taxes. So I have cash set aside for that, sort of. I also, to help with my finances, I've been budgeting pretty strictly. The last 2 weeks I was good. This week I went over by like $160, and I set that budget up for me making $700 a week. So that's pretty lean living. I just got my own personal card where I'll be putting any money that I'm allowed to use for myself. That means the money I make for my business I have like a budget that comes to me, and then I use that for paying like the necessities like food, rent, gas, all that sort of things. And then the money that I have to myself, I can use for like things I don't necessarily need, which I think will help me out. For example, I've been spending money on like Zyn nicotine, and it's not a ton of money in New Mexico. It's like $6 for a pack. But as I have my own account, I've already noticed that I want to not spend my own personal money on that, because if I save for even like 2 weeks and don't buy nicotine, I can buy myself a shirt if I want. I want to have a nicer shirt, so things like that. Or I want to get a new pair of shoes, and if I'm spending money on nicotine, then I might not be able to buy shoes. So I'm working on, for my finances, creating a structure that will allow me to more naturally spend smarter and save. I also have just started my very first saving accounts. I have $10 in there now, and I just put my first money into S&P 500. So I'm pretty low on like the investing side of things, but I do feel like these are good steps that I'm taking towards investing long-term in myself and realizing I'm going to be here for a long time, so I don't like burn out trying to just bring in an income and then spend it away. Whatever. I'm getting smarter and more lean and more like specific about how I do those things. So for my work, right now I am working 28. Oh wait, no, did I say 28 hours? I'm working 32 hours a week. My bare minimum necessity is 28 hours a week. And I work as like a carpenter, doors, windows, cabinets, all that sort of thing. I just started coaching, so that's my other job. I really love the coaching. I really like the carpentry work. It's pretty good for work. I work with pretty good people for all of that. Really good people for all of that. And the coaching is like mostly like volunteer, but they do give you a stipend. I don't know what that is going to be yet, but that is my income. For my own personal work, I have some cutting boards lined up. I'm creating a nightstand as a commission for someone, and not this week, but the following week, I am starting on like some handyman work for someone, which involves like a finishing of a table. He wants like refurbished of furniture, some cabinets glued up, some cabinet piece rebuilt, and that's $50 an hour. I also, if you're new to the channel, create wooden rattles, and I'm working on jig for that. It's delayed because I'm really busy, but that is one of my priorities. So as I have free time, the first priority is making sure I get paid. I need to be able to survive. When I do have free time, I'm going to put money into that. As I'm thinking out loud, I really want to try and set up like a savings to get a minimum balance, and then I can have more, maybe start putting more like effort into doing the things that I love, because having such a low amount of money does bring with me a lot of anxiety. Baby steps right now on this journey to $1 million. I got some work to put in, but I'm here for it. I have a cutting board commission coming up, 2 cutting boards, one for my brother, one for a friend. Thank you for those. I'm just got like verbal confirmation or text confirmation from 2 people that they want to commission me for a speaker. It's going to be like a super sick speaker. But I have been investing in new projects and wasting money, really. So these commissions they're covering the cost of just the materials, and it's like I'm going to then create it and give it to them, but that will allow me to build it and see if there's like any interest in it, which I think that there will be. So that's it for my finances and my work. But for bonus content, I'm really cutting back, as I mentioned, like spending. I have a clearer budget for myself, and that will be helpful. Another thing that I want to work on is I'm scheduling things a lot better than I have in the past, which gives me more structure, and that finance is like another dimension to that. But I want to start working on structuring and putting up free time for myself. So I've created like a budget for a therapy event that I'm going to, and it's been so helpful for like me wanting to continue living this life, for me regulating my emotions, which is like the foundation from where I work for. And for me, that's been so important. And so the same way that I'm setting aside money and time for that, just on a weekly basis, I want to start just scheduling time where I don't do anything, because I keep filling every single open space with work. So I want to schedule like maybe weekly or daily an hour off or a few hours off where there's cut off and I don't do anything. And that will be really, really helpful for me. Another part, like I'm ready to fail, and that's the part that I want to add. Like I'm realizing I'm gaining a lot of respect for the people that I've worked for in the past, and just seeing how much work they had to put in to creating what they created. This isn't like an easy, quick thing that I'm going to turn over overnight. I'm ready to grind. I don't want to say failure, but I've been failing at so many things. But as I read books and watch videos of like successful people, that's part of the process. I've had a lot of ideas that I've tried to execute, but number one, I need to work on executing them better. And number two, there is an element of like luck and persistence. So like I need to continue putting effort into this. The rattles, I want to continue putting effort into that and continue putting effort into creating kids' toys instead of trying something and then quitting right away, right? Which I've done a lot. But there's also the element of like finding something that sticks. So this speaker idea is an example of that. Maybe I'll try it and no one will want it, and then I'll have to try the next thing. And that's just going to be part of my life if I want to create a business where I can work for myself and be able to afford the lifestyle that I want. And the other thing that I want to think of as like the narrative of my life is sort of changing is I do want to really feel like I'm giving back to other people. It's not just me trying to make money for myself. I need to give to other people. And that's how, in an ideal world at least, that's how things work. So right now, on a lot of the commissions that I'm doing and even like creating the rattles, I really want to give people like something that's valuable. And on some of the commissions I'm doing, I'm not making a lot of money. Some of them I'm like almost making no income at all. It's like almost just covering the cost of materials, but it's like I want to make sure that I'm giving something back to them. And as I get better, I can up my prices and I'll be able to get more money from it, but it still has to stay like I need to be giving them something of value. So making money is receiving. I want to learn to just open up to receive more in many dimensions. Is like love is free, and sometimes I feel like I push that away. There's a lot of money out there and I want to be able to receive what I'm worth, right? But that also starts with giving. I need to give my own love. I need to give my own time, and I want to give people the best products that I possibly can. And that's the foundation, and I'm building that. And as I work out, I know that resources will come my way, whether it's whatever form that is. I mean, money is like a quantifiable attachment that we put to resources, right? Like I want a house, well, that means money. I want maybe a new computer, that means money. All those sorts of things. All right, that's it. Thank you for watching this. Stay tuned, like, follow, subscribe, share. Makes a real big difference. Really want to make this big push to build a better life for myself. And as I've done that, and as I work forward, creating the $1 million is a nice like container to try and play with that. So you guys have an awesome week, and catch you here next time.